I am recording.
Okay.
So, 3, 2, 1, play.
This is the 2017 Overwatch World Cup Grand Finals. We have seen 300 players across 50 countries compete for the World Cup, and now it has all come down to Canada on attack facing off against South Korea on defense. We'll see if Canada can take the World Cup title from South Korea, who are last year's champions. This is the third match out of 5 between Canada and South Korea, with South Korea having won the past 2. In the last round on Oasis, it looked like it was pretty close between the two teams, but Canada still has a fighting chance. The map that they're currently facing off on is Hanamura, which is an assault-type map. So we'll be seeing Canada try to take these 2 control points from South Korea.
And for South Korea, we'll see them running a fairly typical death ball, with the exception of the Tracer. It's a pretty sturdy, high damage dealing comp that's usually used as an anti-dive, which is going to be perfect because Canada is running a rather classic dive, minus the Zenyatta, who may fall behind a bit with his lack of mobility. And the way that South Korea is holding this this corner instead of the choke is giving them a really clear advantage, because they're able to output damage and essentially stop the other team from pushing in very hard.
Yeah, so we just saw Genji and D.Va trying to disrupt South Korea's defenses, but it failed, with D.Va being demeched and dying. But Genji made it out alive.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing Canada fall back a bit and attempt to regroup for a unified push, and they're really going to need to stick together here to get through South Korea's shields. And XQC is now in Orisa, giving the team some much-needed shielding. And Junkrat, Orisa, and Genji are all now down, and Canada is just crashing upon South Korea's defenses. And we see South Korea pushing out a bit here to try to res their Tracer.
So it looks like Canada's switched to a more death ball comp themselves, which is good, considering their dive wasn't working too well. Hopefully that damage will help them push in.
We've got Zumba using his ult, and Canada is trying to protect with Transcendence from Rolf, but it looks like everyone from Canada is just being pushed back. South Korea pushing out again to get that res on Zumba.
Looks like things aren't going quite well for Canada so far. In their semifinals match between Sweden, it was quite a close call as to who is going to win. Each team was pretty equally matched, but against South Korea, they just aren't catching a break.
All right, we've got a sneaky Riptire here coming around. Let's see if it can break up South Korea's back line. It's going to try, but it escapes. Orisa escapes damage by using Fortify.
Yeah, Riptire is a fairly powerful DPS ult. Not super sure how if going for the fortified Orisa was a good decision on the Canadian team's part.
So it looks like South Korea might be breaking, Canada's might be breaking through South Korea's defenses, attempting to push into the back that side room, but it obviously failed.
Yeah, and it looks like they actually burned through Mercy's Valkyrie there, which was pretty unfortunate. It's also a powerful support ult. It's going to be very difficult for them to push through without their support ults up. They're going to really need to get those crucial picks.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like we're seeing a switch to Reinhardt for Canada, which is going to be some nice coverage.
South Korea is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and Flower on McCree is certainly cleaning up the Canada team from behind here, cutting off any healing from Zenyatta and Mercy.
So Canada is trying to use their new triple tank comp to slide into that side room, and it looks like they're going to try to push all the way around on the left side. That's going to take a lot of time.
It certainly is coming pretty close here. If Canada can't push to the point on time, then this match is over for them.
They've got about 15 seconds left, and they're still on that bridge up there.
Yeah, they're going to really need to push this point hard and just try their luck fighting on point if they want to cap this. They don't have a whole lot of time left.
Yeah. Oh, they're on the point. Flower finally pulling out the Deadeye, but his only hope here is really to do some damage on that shield. double transcendence from both sides, and Zumba going to try to knock some people off the point with that ult, but Canada is successfully taking it.
Yeah, Canada's Mercy is dead, but Canada's still looking like they're about to take this point.
Nearly a team wipe from South Korea, with Tracer retreating a bit to the second point. And Canada takes it.
Amazing! Canada and South Korea had actually faced off against each other a few times before this match, and South Korea's Flowers had said that they believe that they're quite well prepared to beat Canada, but maybe Canada has a few tricks up their sleeves as well.
Yeah, their best chance would be to snowball here and try to put as much pressure on the point as fast as possible.
So Canada's trying to hold out on this bridge, and we've got a Tracer looking like she wants to flank. Oh, and Rogue Mano, he's down. It's just ult after ult. Diva sends her mech in. Marcy's trying to use Valkyrie. But it's not going to work.
It looks like both support ults came out for Canada. That's going to be a bit of a hindrance if they don't take this point right away.
Yeah, Canada was successfully repelled.
Yeah, if we take a look at the ults between the two teams, South Korea definitely has the advantage. Canada's only has Shattered to work with, not a whole lot coming up since both support ults were just used.
Yeah, and they have some pretty low mobility with this Reinhardt, and it looks like they're going to do the same tactic as before, but they're definitely lacking that diversity in ults.
Yeah, they're looking for that tack visor, but South Korea is holding that point top right where soldiers usually like to stand, so it'll be tricky to really pull this off.
And South Korea sends out Diva's mech to try to get some kills, but that Reinhardt shield makes Diva's ult kind of ineffective.
Yeah, Team Canada is definitely the underdog in this match against South Korea, but it looks like they are holding their own.
Canada needs to get on this point. South Korea's Mercy's down, and it looks like they're trying to set up a bastion, which will be making this point a lot more difficult.
Looks like we have Mono coming in, locking Surefour into this room. It's actually a very good tactic. It's cutting off a really high source of damage for the Canadian team.
Now the whole Canadian team is on the point, taking advantage of Rolf's Transcendence. And both of South Korea's tanks are down. Bastion is hooked, and it looks like Canada's going to take the point.
And we see South Korea switching to stall comp with Mono on the Mei, just hoping to hold the point just for a few more seconds.
Yeah, May's in that corner just trying to bide some time, but it looks like we're going to see a sneaky Roadhog here try to come out from behind and take that Mei. And there it is. And Canada takes the point.
Surefour and Rolf are the only two players on the Canadian team that have competed in both the 2016 and 2017 World Cups, so they must be pretty ecstatic to have made it this far.
That was a great match to see from both South Korea and Canada's teams. And a surprising upset, according to Gosu Betters Online. The bets were set for 97% on South Korea and 3% on Canada. So Canada being able to come back and win this part of the match is very important for Canada's chances of winning in general. These two teams are fighting for a $72,000 prize pool. The odds are at stake. The $72,000 will be split evenly between the 6 teams. Team Korea comprising of Mono, Zunba, Park. I'm saying his first name because I don't want to butcher his tag. Toby, Jae Hung Yu, another person who I'm gonna say their name because I don't want to butcher their tag, and Flower Nanohana. Other team being comprised of Agilities, Joe Meister, Sure 4, Mangachu, and XQC, as well as Wolf. Of these two teams, their win rates are starting with Mono from Team Korea, 69%, Zunba at 83%, Park at 77%, Toby at 80%, Jae Hung Yu at 81%, and Flower Nanohana at an incredible 86%. Team Canada, starting with Agilities, is 66%, 63% for Joe Meister, 73% for Sure 4, the highest of Team Canada, 56% for Mangachu, 60% for XQC, and 58% for Wolf.